guys, it's Joy, and I'm back making another video for you, and this time it is a recipe, because it's been a while since I've cooked for you, and I'm going to try and make a French Toast Casserole. I'm making it from something in my head called creativity. We'll see how it turns out. So what I'm going to use is my white bread, some milk, a couple of eggs, some brown sugar and pecans, and then we're going to top it with strawberries later. So, strawberries and sugar. So stay tuned, let's see how this turns out. Now let me get this open. And now I'm going to and I've preheated my oven to 375. And I'm going to put in, I think it looks like I can do 3 pieces of bread on the bottom. So that's 1.5 for Mom and I. Okay. And I'm just using an, 8x8 or 9x9, something like that pan. It's the same one I use all the time. I should spray that though. I set the bread there. I'm going to spray it with some grease, or some cooking spray first. Okay. And we're going to make like a stuffed French toast. We're also going to use some cream cheese and a couple spoons of sugar. So what we're going to do is put down our bread first. 1 layer. Like so. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half a block of cream cheese. Mix the half a block of cream cheese with some brown sugar. Mom's sitting over at the table watching me. She's going to keep an eye and make sure I do things right. You should soften your cream cheese, but I decided last minute to do this, so I'm going to make it work the way it is. Oh, I would normally do my French toast with fancier breads than this, but I suddenly wanted French toast this morning, and this is what I have for bread in the house. But I normally do it with like cinnamon swirl bread by Pepperidge Farm. That's the bread I choose, but that's just me. Use what bread you want. We're going to take a couple tablespoons of brown sugar. We're going to eyeball it. Let's see. That's about 1.5. That looks about right. Because it's like normally 3 teaspoons or 3 tablespoons of regular sugar, but I want brown sugar. I'm going to mix this together. So we're just going to mix it together. And if you can soften your cream cheese just a little bit before you do this, that's great. It works a little better, but and you can I'll make this up the night before and put it in the fridge and then just pop it in the oven in the morning. Or you can do it the morning of. Good. Okay, so we're going to put some cream cheese on there. We'll get that spread in a minute. We're just going to spread that cream cheese then over the bottom bread. Then we're going to put some nuts in there. And then we're going to top with more bread. And then we're going to put eggs and milk on top. And with a little vanilla extract. And then we're going to pop it in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes until cooked. And then we'll have breakfast. And we're going to cut up while we're waiting on it, we're going to cut up our strawberries and get them all ready. I should say Mom's going to do that. While I sit and talk to her. I'll probably read to her while she's cutting up the strawberries. But all we do is cut up take off the tops, cut up the strawberries, and then put some sugar, we get the sugar on them just till they're about right. I mean, like, we just eyeball our sugar, so I'm not going to say how much sugar we put on them. It really is just eyeballed. Always has been my whole life. Probably, maybe, depending on how many strawberries too. But for the amount of strawberries we got, probably 1/4 cup of sugar at least.
Yeah.
And there we go. That looks pretty good. Pecans over top. Just putting pecans. You can put whatever nuts you want, or you can leave the nuts out if you're allergic to nuts or you don't like nuts. Now we're gonna put on the bread on top. And I have 2 eggs, but I think I'm gonna need 3. So I'm gonna eyeball my other ingredients just because that's how I roll. But I'd say maybe a couple sprinkles of cinnamon, or just a little sprinkle of cinnamon, not a lot of cinnamon. Oops. About like that. No, actually, I do about half what I did for cinnamon, so maybe and we're going to do a good splash, about a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we got to put milk in here, but I'm going to first mix these 3. I use cinnamon and eggs all the time. I like to do cinnamon, garlic, and onion powder, like garlic or onion powder, garlic and onion powder, or salt, or minced, whatever I've got on hand, with my cinnamon and with my eggs to make an egg. Just if I want to make it just an egg sandwich. I haven't done it in a while. I should do that one day. Really soon. Maybe I'll video how I make my eggs. And a couple splashes of milk. Maybe I'll do the 2 different ways I make eggs in one video. Maybe we can video that one morning this week. Okay, and then I'm just going to pour this over the tops of this. And I'm going to kind of just, I like to spread it over the top a little bit so that all of it's coated by the milk and egg mixture to some degree. And it settles in the bottom. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes, and I'll share with you how it turns out when it's done. And it's at 375. So. Okay, guys, so it just came out of the oven, and Mom has already tried it, and I topped it with strawberries and whipped cream. The strawberries have a little sugar, so it's a little sweet of a breakfast, but that's okay. So there's Mom trying hers, and there's what it looks like. Let's see if I can get it better. Very good. So there's the mine. Okay, I'm going to try it. As I said, I'm not big on the stuffed French toast done in the oven usually, but I was craving French toast, so we're going to take a chance on it today. Not bad. It's actually pretty good. Okay, guys. Well, I'll catch you next time. Bye!